No sweat and only pain. Fight the fight, now we in charge. Yeah. Success to make me enemy scared. Circus man, Lingard. Success to make me enemy scared. Circus man, link large. Enemy scared. Been through the roughest times, why them want my life to worse? Me learn to load the gun before me learn to buy the verse. Them think me dead, me skill, me skip the grave and sight the earth. Go forward, me not try reverse, and I live time reverse. Me woulda live this same life, growing up without a fuck it, yo, me make it out, ya. Mummy say yes, me soldier. As tears full of rice because me make she prouder. Me a go make you stinking rich till them can't take the order. Them want to see me drop me gun so every step me sober. Squad me not take pull over. Come me no left the road. Them a go witness man right. Just ask Jehovah. Ask Jehovah. Yeah. Tell you we gon' make it. Success to make me enemy scared. Circus man, link large. No sweat and only pain. Fight the fight, now we in charge. Yeah. Success to make me enemy scared.
Give thanks and praise to the mystic laws of the universe and its protective functions and forces in nature that guide our thoughts and our path in our ways that are lawful, accurate, and positive. We do give thanks and praise. Again, we step forward sharing our side of the story, our information, and literally I choose to make our mark. Yeah, the earth. Yeah, literally I make our mark. And the information should be there on into perpetuity, naturally. However, seek and ye shall find. Knock and it shall be open unto you. And usually when you ask the right question, you should ascertain, an answer. I'm on the Ahuuakh Indian Nation Communal Covenant Declaration. Now before me go down in that really, I say true, my thing kind of stay away. I think I should just go in on my notes and stay there, so when it's stuck, at least I'm there in a location, because my thing really needs some upgrading. Well, it does need some proper peer security. Before I go into the communal covenant, I'm going to express how the communal covenant declaration voids corporate statutes in local tribunals. Again, this is from our perspective, grassroots. Yeah. We're not copying nobody, nothing at all. They are them some out there from that time, and all we do I remain consistent and Now I organize ourselves more appropriately, structurally, only because we are look at what is going on and we know say after this 2026, a man like I were already grandfathered in. I don't think the item are gonna get the opportunity like what is being presented now, and most is distracted, so this information, like most other information what we share, shall fly over most people's head, literally. And that is okay. The moment we present the information and bring that clarity, our job is done. We're not there to change the world. We're not there to change nobody. We're not there to save nobody. We're there to express ourselves. Yeah, man. And effect what we call the paradigm shift. Yeah, man. Kind of expose the one them to a alternative, what we call ancestral perspective, point of view. Yeah, different set of information outside of the colonization, that sophisticated enslavement that I have been expressing since 2009 when I really stepped in the public arena with a YouTube platform. But we there out here from about 15, 16, 17. Yeah, a correct the mainland Indians and I express to them say they are enslaved, they are colonized, irrespective of what is being said. This is why you have a big old Congress, a Eurasian Foreign Congress in that location. I create a lot of problem all over the earth. Yet not one of you mainland Indian have any voice, have any authority, have any standing. That's the problem. Now, we say one, we assert the Communal Covenant Declaration to dismantle the fraudulent jurisdiction of corporate statutes within local tribunals by invoking our inherent sovereignty as members of the Ahuuakh Indian Nation. We nullify the presumption of consent. People make it so key, This strategic deployment of superior law transforms every court encounter into a definitive rejection of statutory maritime authority. Now, tell me something now work no more. Who ever said, boy, I'm selfish when I never keep all of them information to myself? From that time until now, I'm gonna express information and once just gather up freely and then go on with themselves and then them turn around and totally ignore me and we still remain consistent. And not one of these ones out there can refute or rebut no information that is being presented from this Ahuuakh Indian Nation. None. But as we locally would have said, because of people bad mind, yeah, they behave inappropriately. But I man stay consistent and I say, let's put our differences, aside. Yeah, man, you don't have to like me, but pay attention to the information, Focus on the clarity, Look at the ingenuity, Look at the originality. Look at the separation of entity. Look at the creation, Appreciate it, That's it. Yeah, man. While the Communal Covenant Declaration is the final step to absolute sovereignty. One, we dismantle the illusion of statutory jurisdiction by positioning the Communal Covenant Declaration as our definitive severance from corporate maritime law. Number 2, we assert our ancestral dominion, transitioning from mere resistance to absolute self-governance. Number 3, by codifying our collective intent, we finalize the framework for a sovereign nation operating entirely outside institutionalized debt slavery. The hidden link. Most people seeking freedom are missing the final piece of the puzzle. We've mastered self-reliance and financial independence, but without the Communal Covenant Declaration, our autonomy is still vulnerable. Discover why this specific document is the ultimate bridge to absolute sovereignty in 2026 and how it changes everything for our future. That's not just mine. I structure my thing, you know. I'm showing them my declaration of living man. We share that information, and I share this information now when this is the society. Just like how me always say, you have to establish your house. This is how you free yourself from all that nonsense, and we have those kind of procedure here. We call it the sovereign protocol. Yeah, man. Sovereign process. Yeah, man. And then now, collectively, once individually you stand up, collectively, this is how we are come together, and the I then can choose, but not impose anything. It's a voluntary act. That's why we say consent. You understand? This is our ancient tradition. As far back as you go, you can find that this kind of process is in line with the universal order of nature. Why? Can carry right back to the very same contract law. Contract make law, terms and agreement. And there is no man who where cognizant can say them know good from bad, right from wrong. You understand? None. So this is how we really correct ourselves, and not just correct ourselves. We stop what go on out there and make the correction openly. We don't care what them I deal with. Totally have no interest in what them I do. I've always said that. But because I look out there, I'm not see nobody approach it this way, then I'm gonna have to just naturally step forward. You think more on there out here? You think more a yap with, you know what I mean? No, man. No, man, but it's kind of, I can't help it. The ancestors, them about to bruise me and say, yo, bring it forward. And I like I can just leave the earth or perish or die and keep this kind of esoteric clarity with me. This kind of freedom process, I can't carry it with me. I have to express it. What I'm not going to do is allow Uno to come use me up. This is why I yasa the authenticity there. Yasa the foundation. It derived from this office, from the very island where them call Jamaica, from this very rock. You know, hear them always tell you, we little, but we talawa. And I man always I tell you, so we are it. It starts with us. We are West Indians. Ancestrally, we not migrate from the Africa. We not derived from nowhere else. We have been here in this location from time immemorial. I've been saying that till I see a lot of people take on them kind of information here and run with it. But tell them to present themselves like I with this kind of clarity, this kind of structure. Tell them they can't. God, them can only copy and mimic. Whereas the Maroons, can they express anything outside of being business friendly? Where them a scam everybody? Where are all these other organizations? Listen, on a fire burn me a fire burn, no, not this time. Me just a express information. I say if on a foundation not there, they won't go. You never can say you're maroon when you come here with Spanish people. It doesn't work. Very same thing with these unlearned FBA organizations on the mainland. You're all agents, saboteurs. However, when truth manifests itself, that's it. It's like light, which dispels darkness. Literally. The stakes are high. The window for true independence is closing, and traditional methods of sovereignty are no longer enough to protect our fundamental rights and freedoms. The Communal Covenant Declaration is the definitive line in the sand that secures our status once and for all. West Indians, listen to me carefully, man, especially the ones them on St. Thomas Virgin Islands that totally colonize federal location. Listen carefully. Make the link and align yourself under this Communal Covenant Declaration, and then we all are going to move forward together and learn together while we are express ourselves, freely, autonomously, independently, and lawfully. You notice, not even a shot of a fire. This is why I'm not entertain the low IQ areas. The moment you're low IQ and come within my jurisdiction, you shall be transformed. You shall be changed. Yeah, man, literally. You can't help it. And I'll never tell the ones then, take it step by step, don't rush it. Or you will get mental breakdown. You will. The paradigm shift will really rearrange your new, how can I put it now? It will rearrange your brain, literally. I've had that experience with quite a few people. You have popular, it's a YouTube vlogger where I'm used to associate with. And them express to me, brawling, say, yeah, them brain pop can't manage the information. So this is why more time you need directions, you need instructions. This is why you need the chief counsel, or you need that elder, not these ones, these old duns. God, there's nothing worse than an old fool. No. When you come across a real elder, them are going to sound like how I sound. Literally. And them are going to carry and conduct themselves on a much higher level. Them are going to know the distinction between public, private, and personal. And them are going to can choose to express themselves accordingly. Not like these ones out there where, totally confused, lost at sea, drifting out there. A distinction that. So this is why I say when the eye them are gonna come over here, listen, you don't have to make no effort to improve. I'm telling you. You gotta speak differently. You gotta organize your sentence structure more appropriately. People are gonna ask you, what university you derived from? And you gotta smile and express to them, say, the university or your university, and you get the direction from the sovereign man, that ancient one, that great man. I can say that. Where is the arrogance? which want to present this kind of information here on this island. Which organization, which group, what individual? Present them now so we can collaborate and just be great, not compete. This is our problem. This is our problem. Again, the window for true independence is closing, and traditional method of sovereignty are enough to protect our rights. The Communal Covenant Declaration is the definitive line in the sand that secures our status once and for all. Joel Jaguar say, salute warrior. If we miss this final step, we risk remaining under a system we thought we escaped. The paradox. What if the secret to individual absolute sovereignty wasn't found in isolation? I know it's not there in isolation, but you have to stand up as a sovereign man. You're not going to say a sovereign group and you're a fucking slave, you're running other people and group and talk, oh, hey, I'm free. You get your head decapitated. Free where? You free yourself first. That's how it is. It's like when you're up on a plantation and a man like me dead up on a plantation and me I say, watch ya now, we are escape, and watch ya, every single one of we are leave now. When me say that and everyone step for leave, they say the ones them will choose not to leave and them can stay. Just like now. For them own choice. You understand? No man not gonna force you. No, we are say watch ya, we are free ourselves and everybody are cut. Now who wants to stay at your own detriment? Simple. Simple. Yeah, man. And that's clarity, man. It's not being harsh. It's just clarity. Again, if we miss the final step, we're going to risk remaining under a system we thought we escaped. So the paradox. Again, what if the secret to individual absolute sovereignty wasn't found in isolation, but instead in a collective agreement? Yes, sister, we're not selfish. Yes, sister, we still can unify the earth under one accord without what we say are going with Iran and the demonic Israeli, and then them blackmail the little playboy Trump, because Trump him always as a playboy. You understand? And make a mess across the earth over there. Now we have to make sure we secure our hemispheric region. This way we can make the ones them look and say, so the true Americans them there, we are say them are West Indian. Now we say all of them other ones there, Anglo and all of those ones, make them have to declare themselves. We're not going to try to say fire burn all of them. But like Donald Trump will align himself with Israeli, him can go. We're going to deport these people after a while. We're going to ask them to excuse themselves from our location. Yeah, man. We're going to want, direct them to our pre-colonial ancestral jurisdiction. This way, Babylon have comprehends we know say business, so don't impose no kind of nonsense here. If you don't have a contract, you don't have no authority. It's simple. And Ahuuakh Indian Nation, all its members were established them house have a fee schedule, literally. Yeah, man. So the fee schedule, we always express out there and people say, yo, we matter, just take on a time and just look how the structure but just formulate itself naturally. Everything got us fit like a glove. You have to see the perfection. But through most of them look for overnight thing and quick success and immediate effect. You miss it. Just like when Noah did a building ark and it take too long, most of them got on Sodomite and gay. And so you rather live merry until whatever forward wipe on all of. That's why I and I ancestors they are now. to bring this kind of clarity, paradigm shift, truth in the earth. But most of them miss. No, I can't take me sometime, you know. Yeah, man. Anyway, again, the collective agreement are really the answer. 'Cause when them bum rush me and dash me away, then all I want to remain slave. But collectively, when Joel Jaguar there on Nantucket Island, him is a free man. When Brother Dynasty there in the Midwest, him is a free man. When my warriors them there in New York, 5 boroughs, free. My warriors them in the New Jersey, anywhere, free. Anywhere on the mainland, free. Watch me now. It no mean say you're lawless. It no mean say you're gonna break the common laws and escape. No, it doesn't mean that. All of those things apply. It just means that the nonsense with them impose cannot apply. It just means that we are holding to their constitutional oath or affirmation of allegiance made under penalty of perjury. This is what we are dealing with. We're not come about with lawless. Some of the little low IQ people want to come and touch on themselves to it. You don't know if the teeth fall about and then it doesn't work that way. This is why each individual have to establish them house before them can be a part of what you say we have a deal with. Structure, and it's all voluntarily. We're not imposed, not like how Babylon tell us, hey, when you're born, you're a citizen. You know, you're the only man tell Babylon SYM, and that no mean shut your mouth. You understand? I'm the only one to tell them that broadly, unapologetically. Why don't care nothing about it? Because I have the authority. You ever see that movie there with the submarine captain, the skipper? When him come from him quarters and step forward and thing, him just tell the one them say, I have the comms. And me have the talk. All you hear everybody out there say, ask them what are they doing. Stop chatting them on and do it. Now it's a true, I can't do it. They are them welcome for participate voluntarily. It's no edict. Yeah, man. But you may say now. Now come with a too long on. It's a reciprocal agreement, man. That's why it's covenant, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, get something. It makes sense you offer up something. It's simple. Yeah, man. And all I can move from this office, whether most people out there like it or not, you can mimic anything you choose. But yeah, so the authority, literally. Now, again, it sounds contradictory, but the Communal Covenant Declaration is the only way to lock in our personal freedom. We are breaking down the legal and spiritual mechanism of why this final step is non-negotiable for 2026. Now, the illusion of individual autonomy. We have analyzed why isolated sovereign filing have failed to provide true protection against central digital system in 2026. I want to say we have to go through when we are dealing with the Nantucket case. You understand? These people keep playing games, but where do it give us an opportunity to go inside of them belly and learn a lot of things and pay attention. We still never sue anybody, even when we have them kind of information there. We still never bring no hurt nor no harm to no one out there. Even when them are brutalized with and put we through the adversity of fire. Or a fiery adversity. They did. Because a lot of things will lose, a lot of things mash up. Yet we still stay resolute in the truth and I say, watch you know, whether I like it or not, this is change. Yeah, man. This is change. And we have to plant the seed, literally. We have to plant the seed. Who else are going to do it? Now again, the illusion of the individual autonomy. We have analyzed why isolated sovereign filings have failed to provide true protection against centralized digital system in 2026. We have considered the inherent vulnerability of the lone wolf legal strategy in an era of hyper-integrated institutional control. We now introduce the necessity of a collective framework to move from theoretical freedom to enforceable operational reality. Hey, wanna better give me some kind of what they call the accolades? Yeah, man. Wanna better at least consider it, man. We can't just call we done all our life when we are making all this kind of effort. The architecture of the communal covenant. We have defined the specific legal and spiritual mechanism of the declaration that distinguish it from standard trust structures. That's why I'm running enough things. A lot of things I present, I'm not running it because you have to structure a specific kind of way. And because Babylonian people unlearned, you have to can present it, teach it, share it, so them can at least grasp where you are. Because remember them in a de facto corporate capacity. That's where they are. This is what gives us our true authority. This is why when you establish your house seal is your seal of authority, and it's an open seal. Later, I'm teach the mechanics about the seal, like how I'm going to share the postal mechanics with the item at some later time. I have too much information I'm going to want to keep with me. Really. But the ones that if you soak up them information, and I can't just burden them because I tell you, man, head will bust into. Or when I'm on walk with a mountain of information, just to give the item a fraction, just look out there. People lose interest instantly. All when them know a truth, it resonates with the truth, them just say it's too much. I'm lazy. Yet, them look on a man like me and I say, like we ignore him. I'm just smile and say, you can't help it. You're low IQ. How can you resonate on this frequency? But we still have to make the effort. Literally. No one else them face it. And I'll agree. Excuse me. Again, we have detailed how this document serves as a private multilateral treaty between sovereign peers rather than a petition to a state. Excuse me. We have shown how the covenant creates a jurisdictional bubble that institutions are forced to recognize through established commercial codes. What is that? How? By invoking the UPU jurisdiction and the pre-colonial ancestral jurisdiction. Later, I express donor them kind of information there. Probably. Breaking the dependency loop. Now, we identify the key economic nodes where the declaration severs reliance on central bank digital currency and state monitored exchange. We are rearrange all of that. I'm telling you, I'm on now do nothing with Babylon. I'm on nothing with Babylon. Yeah, man. Explain. Well, later I can explain the process of transitioning private asset into the communal trust to ensure they remain beyond the reach of automated seizure. I'll illustrate how the covenant facilitates peer-to-peer trade networks that operate entirely outside the social credit surveillance network. Listen, there's a lot of work. Me alone can't do it, but this is true. Me have to put in the work. Me have to start plant the seed. So later when the ones them come forward and I can direct that one and say, you go do that one there, you yeah. But I'm gonna have to structure this thing because they are them now have the vision. You understand? They are them lack vision, else if you never lack vision more that enough thing and I learn. But all of you gurus out there, Ian and Yusefel and all you others out there, I can't resonate with you when you're enslaved, when you're not sovereign. It's like you talking about law when it's positive law. What is that? Still statutory legal standard, rules and regulation. Now I deal with true law, where if there is no agreement, there is no law. You see the distinction? So this is why I'm on have to step forward. What me I do is unheard of. It's not out there. Can you imagine when I go over TikTok and I express myself this way? Or some I go just there in a zone by myself, a lane by myself, and I give them this kind of West Indian paradigm shift to give them clarity over there, because a lot of nonsense we see over there with some little Mickey Mouse or mimic and act like them know when they are lost at sea, totally drifting out there. That's why I'm not go have no fanfare. Because the ones them say them money a fire burn everything. What can where's never do? That's a present information. I'm not there for I make my friend, man. I'm there for bring a truth into the earth. And then truth and not necessarily wear clothes. It will make you uncomfortable, but after you contemplate and do your own research, like I said, Jano, where that genius that come from. I'm gonna tell you, say, round here, so, yeah, man, right on the rock. Yeah, man. Again, identify, well, I like when I repeat the reading, because through me have people when I read, I really have a lot of people where literally no read and write like that. I can tell them that. And through I kind of separate myself, because I have to do that. I couldn't get to Yasso while still I try service group chat and I serve it and you know, and I do all kind of thing with hundreds of people associated to the energy and attached to the energy with no reciprocation. When I do a video, I have all a WhatsApp group chat back in the days with our 200-300 people. And when I go a video live, it's only 2 or 3 people. And I'm like, what is going on? So I'm not go down that road, I extricate myself from all of that. This is how I could stay focused and can I put these things together and then I publish it publicly so the ones that can get it. You understand? And what me I do privately, later we can express those things with the one that were the inner the thing, with the one that were really support the thing, and then we have the documentation. Because those documentation when me have to present to these one, I got them on parchment, literally. It have to, you know, yeah man, and if I get my own way, yeah, a unique kind of ink I got push them paperwork there, and nothing normal. It's just ancestral. I not plan nothing. Sometimes I wonder what one. What make me have to do so much work? There are most of the things about me a copy and paste and no. If me go ask a question, me have to have the answer to the question or at least upon a level for know say any answer where you bring better can be validated. So I won't leave for work it take higher, but I man love it, it's my world. They are them when no I know that. They are them know I stay in the office. They are them know that. Yeah, man, they are them know I work 24/7, but I take break. They are them know that. Yeah, man, what me now go allow or what me have to stop allow is people to burn me out. Yeah, man. So we give thanks when the Most High can bring change in a this kind of tremulous time. That's a transition word. So when Babylon make them reset, make them reset. Uh, you know, we already copacetic, literally. So if the eye them not up, then I can't help the eye them. I just have to do the work. And this is it. This is really it. Again, the power of collective non listen, we always talk about these things, you know. Them love to recognize you. How them recognize you is by them registration. And when them have you as a registered entity or person, them have interest. Express those things. So the power of collective non-recognition. We describe the psychological and legal shift that occurs, well, paradigm shift, when a unified community withdraw consent simultaneously. Can you imagine? This is why you say, I'm an humble myself. I said, we have to put the differences beside and really come together for effect an appropriate change lawfully, not this pussyfooting, sissy thing. I want to get rich off of you and yeah, scam people, and when people pay how much money, them dunce like rat bat same way, low IQ same way, no direction, lost, drifting, and have to move to the next scammer. We're sick of it. Jokers out there. We are truly sick of it. That's why I'm gonna present information on a level where I say, see it, yeah? And I can't want more transparency than what I present. But as I said, me not gonna stay broke and wanna use me. Me I said, stay in more. Stay in my room. Stay in a FDA. Stay right there. Don't come over here. We are dealing with freedom, free dominion, free domain. And that we are dealing with, you know. Yeah, man. And then I see the structure where it yeah, man. Freedom we are dealing with, man. So if you choose to be free, yeah, come over here, so come learn. Link with I. I remember, you know, just to talk to I, you know, a $500 over there. Because I'm going to deal with Jamaican currency. Can't. Jamaican peg its currency from the US dollar. So right now the US dollar still active before Iran mash it up. When you not deal with me, no, so when me a quote figures is always on the US. So we keep it cheap for now. $500 for basic consultancy. Yeah. And in a trouble, we can make all different kind of discussion and arrangement. But we're not going to have to deal with me personally. So I carry whatever we are do privately. Yeah, man. And then from private, we can bring it to the public if they are them authorized me. Structurally. And not dunce boy thing. We not try a thing. We are do the thing. And we are allowed enough for watch and witness. Why? Because we are set the trend, we are do it first. Yeah, man. A low copyright claim. That's how we stay. All our presentation, all our presentment. Yeah, man. So we will discuss the mutual defense clause within the declaration that triggers collective legal response to individual infringements. That's why when them violate Jaguar, I man, they have to advocate on all cylinders. Yeah, man. I'm not about to restrict myself. I call out everybody. And me have 2 county clerk retire under this sovereign man's pressure. Yeah, man. We have cases what them call dismiss. Yeah. We know say boy can't just dismiss. It's acquittal. If they never try, we are going to bring lawsuit claim against them. On a public servant, know your place. Know your place. Not everybody a slave. Not everybody a citizen of one corporate entities out there. Not everybody is that legal persons. A distinction that I have. Most not have it, so we have to bring it. Yeah, man. Now, we demonstrate why the sheer scale of a communal filing creates a high friction environment for enforcement agencies, leading to strategic avoidance. That's why they don't mess with me. It's called strategic avoidance. Literally. Then if me and you on a contract, why you think you don't want to come run up in on me? That means that anything I'm going to do to you and your family, me going to have law on my side. I'll be just. Because you're not going to come lick me and tell me to turn the other cheek. We're going to retaliate perpetually. Yeah, always somebody out of my bloodline going to rise up, whether it's 100 years or 100,000 years, and stand up just like me. I saw it go. Blood for blood out there. And we is a consanguine. So the moment we have our community as Ahuuakh Indian Nation and I them subscribe to these kind of energy, then anyway you're there at the same kind of protection and security. When they violate one, then violate all. Listen again, I am that sovereign man. I have declared myself free. This is why I can create this. You can't be a slave and create these things. This is why I said, first you have to establish your house. It's another set of information, that and documentation. And then you can come be a part of this thing over here. Really? Yeah, man, a structural process, man. Yeah, man. Much higher level. Now I get a little bit more clarity, you know? Yeah, man. Living the sovereign reality. Outlining the immediate steps for implementation and the timeline for achieving full jurisdictional independence. Later we can express these things. Highlight real world cases, studies from the past where communal declarations successfully neutralize regulatory overreach. If me do all them things are too much information, but we're going to present things like this later. Provide a version for the future of decentralized governance, where the covenant acts as a permanent foundation for a new society. So you say when them a reset my people, me not hear none of our people, not one me look out there and hear talk about our new society. All of them run down a Babylon fictional currency. And I talk about a secure party creditor like some, hey, rise to the occasion now, please. Let's rise to the occasion. Yeah, man. I think I'm gonna wrap it up in a car. I'm gonna go over the next side. I know my thing I got stuck for a minute. But I don't want no long drawn out video. I just want some video where kind of express the thing simple. And my type of comedian and comedic interjection. You know what I mean? With a little clarity. Yeah, it worked fine for you, you know? Yeah, man, we're not figure overboard and we really don't want to. And I say how me I work. Me I work with an instrument where, yeah, 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 we I got through it, but it not affect we. It not go stop we. And it not go demotivate we. Yeah, man. Again, give thanks and praise. May the Most High guide and protect the item out there in all the item ways and all the item endeavors. And bless the item perpetually. Yeah, man. Truly, truly. So we say complete gratitude for the time, complete gratitude for the moment, and complete gratitude for the item presence. Information shared from a grassroots perspective. Wanna notice, me not share the Communal Covenant Declaration yet, you know. Yeah, man, me just have to express to you know, the level of where it really entail the power of the construct. You understand? And again, me not see nobody out there will step forward this way. I haven't seen it. Now you're gonna see a lot of mimicry. All of them in a de facto environment unknowingly, only because they not have this esoteric ancestral clarity. Salute, free people. Salute.